Welcome to another episode of Everything's Dumb. My name is Kate.
My name is Victoria.
And today we're talking about fireworks. Because I think they're dumb.
They are dumb.
I'm going to prove it.
Okay.
That is my mission. But first, I want to talk about what we're getting ready to do.
That I'm unprepared to do.
Yay! We are hosting a housewarming party.
Yes.
A dual level housewarming party that is taking place in both of our apartments.
So excited.
I mean, it's your housewarming.
Yeah.
Apartment warming? Apartment warming?
Apartment warming.
That sounds weird. We're trying to not warm the apartments right now.
No.
Getting into July, and we're trying to keep the apartments cool. But we will have a party.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be a 4th of July apartment warming party.
Yes.
Where we are really going to celebrate the apartment warming more than the 4th of July.
Yeah. I think the last few apartments I've moved into, you said that we would have a housewarming party. Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool, let me just unpack first and get settled. Mm-hmm. And then I never fully unpacked.
Right.
So we never had a party.
Right. And so this time, I didn't let you
I'm definitely not unpacked.
Nope.
Well, I wanted to get rid of all of the cardboard boxes. Mm-hmm. So what I did was just take everything out of the boxes and just shove it into drawers and closets.
Sure.
And the other side of my couch that I don't sit on.
That's unpacking. That's not organized unpacking, but that is unpacking.
Right.
You have unpacked.
So it's a little bit of a mess up there.
That's what you have a bedroom for. You just shove everything into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you close the door to the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you're like, welcome to my apartment.
Exactly.
Which is my living room and kitchen. And
yeah.
Nobody deserves to see inside your bedroom.
No.
Unless you want them to. But that is not the type of party we are throwing.
Yeah. I also have very grand plans for my bedroom.
Right.
It involves wallpaper that you're going to help me with.
Oh,
it involves...
Okay. Apparently I have very grand plans for Victoria's bedroom as well.
Well, I have grand plans for my bedroom and then also for you, and they're connected.
Okay.
You're going to help me decorate. You're going to help me put up the wallpaper.
Okay.
We're going to put up a shit ton of shelves. Some sconces.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm qualified for sconces.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Stay
tuned.
Yeah. It's going to be really good. But yeah, I'm not...
So that's all happening tonight before the housewarming, apartment warming tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A full renovation.
Let's do it.
The party starts in about 12 hours.
Yep.
So...
14. We got 14 hours.
Okay.
This is our latest night record we've ever done.
Yes.
But it's fun.
I'm trying so hard not to yawn.
I'm not allowed to yawn. We will not allow it.
But I'm excited for tomorrow. I mean, Alejandra and I went to the store today, and I spent an irresponsible amount of money on alcohol.
That's what you do.
Like, a lot of money.
Yep.
Like, I could have bought probably a whole new couch with that money.
Yep.
But I'm stocking up.
You're stocking your bar.
I just moved in.
You're not going to let it go bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Once you've opened the bottle of vodka, you can't let it go bad.
I hope that it lasts a while, and then you said the exact same thing.
Well, it could be the same thing. It could last a while, and you're not going to let it go bad.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is none of it is going to be wasted.
Oh, no,
it will not be wasted. All the money that you spent is an investment. I don't know whether it's a short-term investment or a long-term investment. That depends on how thirsty we are tomorrow.
Yeah.
And who else brings drinks?
Yeah, well, I made the mistake of telling people, like, just show up. It'll be fun. You don't have to bring anything. And then today I was like, oh, 140 at this store? Oh, 90 at this? Okay, yep. I should have told someone to bring beer.
Yep. That's what happens. But, tomorrow everyone's going to be like, what can I bring? And you'll be like, I mean, nothing now.
Yeah.
You could have brought beer. But just tell them to bring beer, and then you get to keep all the beer.
Exactly.
Hey, pro tip.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Got 24 Coronas in my fridge right now.
Amazing. We are going to record a podcast now that it is almost midnight, and then we're going to go make cupcakes.
Oh, nice. Man, I was going to do my nails to match the cupcakes, but I've definitely left it too late.
Yeah, I don't think we could do that. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, people might come and buy till like 2, 3, which means 4, 5.
Which means 4.
But,
Yeah. Sounds good.
we'll have cupcakes. So,
Yeah. I'm really excited.
I am too.
It'll be my first housewarming party.
Yes.
And 4th of July parties are typically... I like 4th of July parties. I just hate, and I know we're about to talk about this, I hate the week of fireworks that follows because I enjoy sleeping. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's the firework. Mm-hmm. Was it 2 nights ago? Whenever it was.
It was, I don't know. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
When it went off.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped.
Yep.
And my toothbrush, like, jammed up against my gums. I was trying not to, like, show them. Yeah, it was... It was not fun. It was not a good moment.
That? No. Shoving a toothbrush into your gums?
No.
Okay. Why not? It's just the internet. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Right? Nothing will ever come of that. Yeah, loud fireworks on, like, what? July 1st. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, with that, I think we should get into it.
Just get into it? Okay.
Let's get into it. Last episode we ended by saying that this episode would be about Amazon.
Yes.
Not the rainforest.
Right.
Nothing dumb about the rainforest. During that firework that happened the other night, I just went, oh, there's a good idea.
I mean, you texted me about 30 seconds later and said I have an idea for an episode.
Yeah. And then you said, well, if you record it next, that it'll come out the Monday after 4th of July, when they will still be going off.
Yeah.
Because as we already talked about, here's the thing I don't understand. It's the one fucking holiday named after a goddamn day. How do you get that wrong?
Right.
It's named the day.
The name tells you when to celebrate.
When to set off the fireworks is 4th of July.
Right.
What? It's not even one of those holidays that's like celebrated. It's only celebrated in America, only on that day. Mm-hmm. And yet, for weeks prior and after, you hear fireworks going off at random, and there's no, also on 4th of July, you kind of know when it's going to happen. These happen during the day. These happen all hours of the night because they are being set off. I mean, any firework you hear directly near you is probably being set off illegally unless you live really close to a place where they set off fireworks. I really hope that got picked up by the mic, but that was a huge firework.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be really disappointed if that did not get picked up.
In fairness, so loud.
It is 12:02 a.m.
Okay, it just became 4th of July.
So, okay, they don't necessarily fall under this umbrella, but they're going to have more, okay?
But that's what it sounds like.
All the time.
From the end of June to, like, mid-July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just bombs going off at random times of the day and
it's
the night.
Often just one firework.
Right. Well, because, again, this is an illegal thing. They can't just stand around and keep setting them off. They have to set off one and then scatter.
Ugh. Cockroaches.
I wish that there was a way. The thing that bothers me the most is that because, again, they're just running away. I don't know where these... If there was just a way to figure out the addresses of these people, I just want to know where they live so that in mid-September I can show up outside their door and go, ding dong, trick or treat. Because time doesn't mean anything, right? Because we can just fucking celebrate holidays whenever we feel like it. Because that's the way that the world works now. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I hate to sound like someone who doesn't like fun, but when the fun is just constant noise,
right?
Like there's not an announcement like, hey, look out your window, you'll see something pretty in 20 seconds. We don't get to see it, we just hear it.
When you're brushing your teeth, you don't get to enjoy the firework, you just get to enjoy the toothbrush jabbing you in the back of the mouth, which again looks like what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Here we go. So, a little bit of the history of fireworks. Fireworks were invented in ancient China around the 9th century. I was like, oh, the 19th... Wait, no, that says 9th. The 9th century, likely by accident, because, when an explosion happens, it's not usually something that the person intended. They think a mix of saltpeter, which, those salty peters, sulfur and charcoal, which was early gunpowder, was heated in bamboo tubes, which caused an explosion.
Huh, okay.
So it was initially used to scare away evil spirits.
All right.
They would set off fireworks, and now they are, globally used for celebrations and all the colorful little displays
And
that we now...
terrifying our pets.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing, isn't it? There are a lot of downsides, I would say, to things exploding in the sky randomly. One of them is, of course, that animals get terrified. Not just our pets, but wildlife, livestock. Like, it's not...
all the neighborhood squirrels.
Yeah. And a lot of the times they can run away and injure themselves, and, it's not fun for anyone. Anyone that owns a dog that is any way nervous, or even just, like, not deaf, it's something that they have to factor in. We know we're having our 4th of July party so early tomorrow because so many of our friends have dogs that they're going to need to get home to and take care of, because it's going to be a panic, or they're going to need to drug them heavily to get through the night, because it's just, again, going to be explosions going off. Also, humans that have PTSD and have explosions. It's crazy that it is like a patriotic holiday that we use so many fireworks at. And
just like simulating the sound of a battlefield.
Yeah. Maybe not the best thing. They also cause fires if they land in the wrong place.
And California is not a great place for fires to be starting.
Right. Well, that's why they're so, like, any type of firework. I'm sure it was this way in Virginia. In Pennsylvania, like, you could go buy fireworks, like ground fireworks, like little fireworks you could set off on the ground that... honestly, I think, like, helped let off some of the steam. I don't remember growing up with a bunch of, like, illegal... like, obviously you could go to the fireworks display put on by the town or the city or whatever and see a big professional. But as far as, like, people just setting them off in their backyard, it didn't really happen that much when I was growing up. And I think it's because everybody got to set off their own little thing of fireworks that they bought legally. And if you've never seen, like, legal small ground fireworks, they're just little things that basically you light on fire and they spin and turn different colors, and some of them have different noises and whistles that they, it's not like the explosion sound, but it's like vee or something, and they'll, like, float a little bit because they do this fast spinny thing where they propel and they turn different colors. There's fun fireworks. It's like sparklers, but they're just little ground fireworks.
Is that what a Roman candle is?
No, that's what you hold and it, like, shoots out.
Oh, okay.
Nothing that I'm talking about is airborne. Everything is just... or the little poppers, those little things that you would throw on the ground and they would just pop and make noise.
Yeah. I definitely remember having sparklers.
Yeah.
And then Charlottesville would put on a pretty good fireworks display. And then my neighbors would get a permit from the county to put on their own fireworks show.
Because on the East Coast, you can do that stuff because it's so wet there.
Yes, and they had a ton of land. So between my house and my neighbor's house was an entire apple orchard.
Nice.
So we would go to the party to see the fireworks. I remember one year we didn't go, and my mom and I were on the couch, like, facing backwards on the couch with our hands up on the windowsill. Like, looking out the window, like, trying to peer across the field. And we could see the fireworks in the distance. And I was like, yeah, it's much better when you actually go to the party.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't remember a lot of illegal fire. I mean, I'm sure they happened somewhere in Virginia, but I just don't remember. It's nothing like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also just confuses me because... I mean, this feels like the epitome of, not to be dramatic, but, like, antisocial behavior. Like, you just don't give a shit about anyone who lives in your entire neighborhood. You don't care about the people. You don't care about the animals. Like, you don't care that you are annoying everyone around you.
Yeah.
Like, this is so fucking selfish.
It's the equivalent of, like, listening to music playing on a speaker as you're walking around, but you're doing that in an explosion form for the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, and normally my attitude towards the cops is not exactly positive, but when it comes to fireworks, I'm like, give the police department more money, like, fund LAPD, like, go after those fucking criminals. And normally I do not have that attitude, but with fireworks, I'm like, lock them all up.
Just give me their address so I can go trick-or-treating at their house next, August through February.
Yeah, give them a taste of their own medicine.
Just a few times a week.
Just a few times a week. For 7 months.
Need my candy fix.
Okay.
I'm willing to put in the time. Air pollution. Another thing.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Along with the noise pollution, air pollution. So, under cons, this is all from ChatGPT, as most of my stuff is, just because it's easy and fast, and...
That didn't even occur to me. Why have I been spending so much time...
I don't know.
Researching things.
Make the robots do it for you. One of the cons that I actually kind of am okay with, injury risk. I do think that this is a little bit where I think I said the other night when that one went off that again, set off 2-3 different car alarms in our area because of how fucking loud it was. I think I texted you something along the lines of, I'm glad that these things blow off people's fingers.
Yeah.
I don't think you deserve to have all of your fingers if you're doing that constantly.
No. And also, if you are an adult and you have heard stories about people losing fingers, it's usually a thumb, which is a quite important part of your body.
Yeah.
Kind of what separates us from every other animal on Earth. I just don't understand how you can hear stories of that happening to other people and that they show the x-ray of the fingers just bending in all different directions. This is a podcast, so that's very entertaining for people to listen to. But you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. So you hear those stories for years and you see the photos.
Sure.
And then you still do it?
Yeah.
That does kind of seem like a survival of the fittest situation.
This is very Darwinian.
Yeah.
For sure.
I do feel bad for, the kids whose parents let them set off fireworks and then they get injured.
That's true. Or people,
they probably don't know any better.
Get injured as well.
Yeah. But once you're an adult and you're doing that, it's so hard to feel bad for them.
Do you really deserve all your fingers? I don't know. So... what's the solution here? You don't want to be anti-fun. I don't want to be anti-fun. We need to have holidays and do things. We've already figured out the solution. They are light show drones. Have you seen these?
Yes. Well, I've never seen it in person, but I've seen videos.
Right. Yes. They are a firework alternative.
Yeah.
They were basically created for that. They're just little drones that you can program and animate, and they can change color. They are silent. Number one, silent.
Yeah.
And they are so much cooler. They don't just burst and go away. I know that there's something to be said for staying in the moment and, watching the firework just explode for a moment. But the sound and the actual explosion and the everything, is it really...
I don't think it's worth
it. It's also a one-time use thing. These drones can be reused. You can purchase them or rent them, and they are a little expensive, but if it's something that you're going to be doing often, it's worth the investment. The drone rental is $350 to $700 per drone.
How many do you need?
Exactly. That kind of depends on how big you want your display to be. But even the smallest fireworks shows are $2K.
Yeah, fireworks aren't cheap.
And then you get rid of them and they're done, and it's just such a waste. And then if you want to purchase them, they are more expensive, $1,200 to $1,500 per drone per purchase. But that's one of those technology things that will go down in price as more people are able to replicate these and sell these. And you know who could afford that? You know who could afford to drop $1,200 to $1,500 per drone and get a shit ton of drones? Disney.
Yeah.
Disneyland puts on a fireworks show every single night of the week.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, as soon as you said Disney, I was like, I remember driving down to San Diego for Thanksgiving with you and Brian.
Yep.
And seeing the fireworks and being like, what's happening? And I've never been to Disneyland. And you guys were like, oh, that's a daily thing. That's every
fireworks
single night.
happen every single night. They happen on a clock because, like, you think we have it bad. Imagine living in Anaheim.
Oh, my God. It better be on a schedule.
It is.
So that you at
it's
least
on a very
know
strict
what time
schedule.
it ends.
It happens at the same time every night. So everyone I'm sure they're just used to it.
Yeah.
But $25,000 a night. A night for that fireworks display.
What?
$25,000.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something worse. There is another Disney in Florida. Disney World puts on 4 firework displays every night because of their 4 different parks.
Oh, gosh.
$75,000 a night.
You are fucking kidding.
You want to know why tickets are so expensive? $75,000 a night.
I was just going to say, if I went to Disney World or Disneyland,
yep,
I would be like, can you take even 75 cents off my ticket if it means, like, I don't need to see fireworks.
Yeah.
Just please make my ticket
nope.
$1 cheaper.
Nope. Nope.
That's insane.
Yep.
$75,000.
Yep. And those could just be drones. Those could be drones that they can animate and they can move around and they don't have to, like, disappear after.
Yeah.
It could just be constant animated show.
Or Disney could just donate that money to families in need or a Victoria in need who desperately needs a car.
Well,
I'm accepting.
Now you're asking
donations.
Capitalism to work in reverse. I don't think we can do that. I think that they could see this as an investment opportunity and save some fucking money over time.
Yeah.
Like, every single day. You know how you could reuse
That's
those
a
drones
huge waste
every
of
single
money.
day. It's so...
That's
and
so
the
wasteful.
poor people of Anaheim could, like, have some fucking peace.
Yeah.
For just a moment.
They should start a petition or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my hope for this, is that all the people who are high up at Disney see this and decide that we are right. Then they just, like, give us all the extra money that they save.
Sounds
give us,
good.
like, a bonus for coming up with this for you. You guys should really... I'm sure nobody is thinking about that there, and that's not at all in the works. When it comes out next week, I'll be like, they heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is my pitch.
Sounds good.
So my question for you, what is your best fireworks memory, and would it be better with drones?
What is my best fireworks memory?
I guess it would be going to your neighbor's house.
Yeah. And I remember going to a fireworks show with my friends Grace and Maria in Charlottesville. I think the year after we all came home from college.
Yeah.
So we were all living in our hometown again together. And that was fun. So we went to a show at McIntyre Park in Charlottesville. I don't necessarily remember the fireworks. I just remember going with my friends, and Charlottesville is such a nice little community, and a lot of people were there, and it was really fun.
Fireworks are fun. I do remember as a kid even being like, I just hate the noise.
Yeah, they're too loud.
Especially,
and it's not just the noise, it's like the boom and then the echo.
I was just going to say the echo. That's the worst part of it to me, was that I would brace for the boom, and then there would be like a building or something because we were like downtown watching the fireworks, and then it would just echo off of everything. And it was like being trapped in the noise.
Yeah. Which, again, I'm sure with the PTSD, that makes it even worse. You feel like you can't get away from it.
Yeah, I would not want to go to 4th of July party if I was a veteran coming home from hearing that constantly.
I like fireworks, but I do, and this wouldn't solve, like, the pet issue or the wild animal issue, but I just wish that people only set them off on, like, 4th of July. Maybe, I think some people set them off on, like, Christmas Eve, maybe, but, like, New Year's Eve as well. So maybe 2 or 3 nights a year from, like, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And that's fucking it.
Strict.
And that's all
bubble.
you get.
Yeah.
Like, 3 hours. You have to wait until the sun goes down.
Yeah.
It's not even really fully dark in the summer at 8. Okay, 9 to midnight.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you got.
Wow, you're going all the way to midnight. I would have thought it was just 9 to 11. 2 hours, bitches.
Sure.
That's it.
Well, I guess on New Year's Eve, you want to set them off at midnight.
That's true. Okay.
Okay, 4th of July, Christmas Eve, 9 to 11. New Year's Eve, 10 to midnight.
Okay.
So we get 6 hours of fireworks for the entire year.
I hope someone's writing this down.
Yeah, someone take notes.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a law very soon.
Do you think that if that's the case, though, it will be like the Purge and every single
It'll
person
just be
with...
so loud.
It'll be like, remember that, the San Diego fireworks
oh
that
my
went
God,
off
when they set
all
them
at
all
once?
off at the same time.
That is one of the best. That is one of those things that pops up in my algorithm every 4th of July, and I always watch it, and I always laugh. That is one of the funniest things if you have not seen it. The poor city of San Diego, someone got fired.
How did that even happen?
Someone got fired. I don't know how, but like there are little triggers that are supposed to go off for every single firework, and they all went off at the same time, and it is the fun. It's like you could tell that people watching were like, "Woo! Whoa! Wait, what the?"
Yeah.
And it's just like a battlefield, but it's all happening at once.
Yeah, instead of being like I don't even know how long, a 20, maybe 30-minute long show.
They're usually like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, sure.
So like 15-minute long show.
Yeah.
In
it
90
happened,
seconds.
Yeah, in like 2 minutes. And it was so bright that the video of it, instead of being able to see the individual fireworks, it was all
white.
blown out.
It's just like explosions.
It's just all white.
Yeah.
Because it was too bright for your camera to be able to actually pick anything up.
I think that's what would happen.
Yeah. Well, but for only 2 hours, and then it's over. And then you don't have to hear fireworks on July 7th.
Yeah.
Or July 14th.
Yeah. Just the 4th.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
Yeah. It's right there. You've made some very good points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I rest my case.
Bravo.
The end. Let's go make cupcakes. Okay. So for my closing segment today, guilty pleasures. What online videos do you like to watch that are guilty pleasures?
The Scottish national rugby team.
I was going to say that make you a horrible person.
Oh, well, the way I watch them.
Okay. Scottish rugby team. I was gonna say mine. I know this. I'm going straight to hell for this. When I go to hell, this will be one of the things that they show me on the screen.
Yeah.
They're like, here's why you're here.
The PowerPoint.
It's gonna be long. It's gonna be like there's gonna be like a Snyder cut. But one of them is gonna be me, like, on repeat, even the same ones sometimes, like going back and rewatching home haircut fails.
Oh my god. Those are so good. I mean, they're so bad, but they're so good.
Why do I love them
so
much?
I saw the funniest one the other day. Someone said...
I'm so glad it's not just...
Someone said, if 2020 were a haircut...
That's when I got into them.
And a girl had a ponytail, and she, like, pulled it up, and then she started cutting underneath the ponytail holder. What's it called? Scrunchie? Yeah. And she just did, like, one hair... Thank you. God. Did we mention it's midnight? The ponytail holder. I think I did call it that, though, for many years.
Like one of those romance novels. Like a guy on a horse, like shirtless, the ponytail holder, and he's, like, caressing this girl's ponytail.
I mean, a shirtless dude on a horse, you could do worse. So she was, like, pulling it up and cutting underneath the hair tie. Yeah. I already forgot what you called it. And she did one snip, and then she goes, no, and then she kept going.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, what are you going to do at a certain point? Leave half of it? That's the thing.
And then she was, like, sobbing and still cutting.
You know from the first, like, they don't always know from the first cut. But watching it, especially if you watched enough of them, like, you know from the first, you're like, no.
Also, what is it with people twisting their... First of all, don't cut bangs yourself. Why has the internet not learned this?
Okay.
But they take this section and then they twist it.
Yes.
And then they cut it straight across.
Yes.
And then it's so bad.
So, I used to trim my own bangs when I was in high school.
Okay.
What you do is the like furthest up you possibly go is like the bridge of your nose.
Okay.
Like just where your nose starts to indent. That's where you're supposed to cut.
Yeah.
These bitches go above their eyebrows.
Yeah, they're like halfway up the forehead.
Yeah, that's not
and they
what
pull it straight, and then they cut it, and then when they let go, it just...
The twisting thing is a technique to get it like more texture-y.
Yeah.
But yes, you pull it down.
But not if you're not a
cut off like
professional.
I would go further than the brim of my nose and cut straight, and then I would like cut up into cut upwards into it to make it like choppy, and then I would let it out, and then if it was still a little long, I would just like trim little parts of it.
Well, see, you knew what you were doing.
Exactly.
These people don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
Watch one tutorial.
I don't understand how you go through the effort of getting the phone out and like setting it up to record yourself, and you don't watch one other person try this.
The YouTube is available on your phone.
I remember one of the first ones I saw in early 2020 was, they were like right when, lockdown happened and everyone was like, I guess my girlfriend's cutting my hair now. And it was this girl cutting her boyfriend's hair. And so did I. And it was like so he was sitting down and she was like kind of standing over him.
Oh God.
And I swear what she thought was she was taking the pieces of hair that she was cutting and she was like, yeah, that long. And then she would cut. And like the part that she was cutting was about as long as she wanted his hair to be. But his hair was his hair was so short, and she was cutting right in the middle of the top of his head, and she just started cutting pieces, and he started seeing these giant chunks fall to the ground. This was early on in the pandemic. His hair was not super long. Like, he just needed a trim, and she was, instead of trimming off the amount that was... It was like she meant to trim off the amount that she was leaving on his head. Oh I don't know how else to describe it. It's like she looked at the amount of hair that she was holding and she was like, that's how long he wants his hair. And then she cut that part off. And then what was left was like what the amount that she should have trimmed. But that's how long his hair was. And it was just in the front, like his bangs, basically. And he was like, babe, what are you doing? And then gets up and goes and looks in the mirror. And then she just starts laughing.
Oh my God, I hope they're not still together.
It's amazing.
I
mean, he was fine. He was just like, what are you doing? That's way too short. And he like he wasn't mad or anything, but...
Well, luckily it'll grow back.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, luckily he didn't have to go back to work the next Monday or something. It was quite a while. I'm sure his hair got maybe he hasn't cut it since and he's just like, it's down to his ass at this point because he's traumatized. But I don't know why they are man, I don't know. Well, I would say I recommend it, but maybe you're a good person. I don't know if it's funny to everyone, but it's really...
The way that I feel about it is they are filming on their phone.
That's true. They uploaded it.
So they posted it.
Okay, that's
true. So they
true.
Can't be that upset. They want people to see this.
That's true. That's true.
Like, if they were at a salon and someone was filming their hairdresser fuck up their hair and then they went away and posted it themselves, that would be different.
Sure.
But these people are posting these videos.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I would never post something that I was so... Because they get so upset. Like, it's like their lives are ruined.
And then they get fucking roasted, too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm never telling anyone about
I wonder if people, like, wait until their hair is grown out to post.
Oh, I'm sure.
If I was ever brave enough to post something like that, I would have to wait until it was, like Throwback Thursday to 5 years ago when I fucked up my hair.
No, you have to... let your hair grow out, and then some time has to pass so that you're not...
So that when people are like, this is disgusting, you can be like, well, not anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Like, you look like a fucking idiot. You're not like, oh, I currently
now I have to go out in
like
public
that.
knowing that I look like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
good one.
I'm glad that I'm not the worst, most horrible person.
Nope. You got me.
Not yet. Stay tuned. Okay, we gotta go make cupcakes and go to bed, or maybe go to bed and make I don't know. Next episode, will be out on Friday.
Yes.
We will be talking about abolishing the 5-day work week.
Yes.
With Victoria.
Who just got a job.
You have my vote. 1,000%.
Yeah. I thought I might.
Now you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's why you had to wait to do this episode.
Yeah.
So that you can be like, from experience.
Yeah. I mean, I have worked 5 days a week for a long time, and I actually used to work 6 days a week because my jobs weren't paying me very much. So I'd pick up a 6th day just to make the amount of money that they should have paid me in 3 days.
Yep.
But now my job is salaried, so I go to work and I work all day, and then I come home and I keep working, and then it's 11 p.m.
And then I'm like, fuck, I gotta go record a podcast right now.
Yeah, I forgot to eat dinner. I need to wash my hair at some point. Yep. Oh, I also have a podcast.
Yep.
And I have to wake up at 6:30 for work tomorrow.
Okay, speaking of, this will probably go along with your episode. Petition to, I know I just went on this whole rant about 4th of July being the only holiday that's named after the day. What if we just make it the first Friday in July?
Yeah.
Because this is kind of lovely. Like, the 3-day weekend. Last year was on a Thursday. That sucks. 4th of July on a Thursday?
I have a slightly different suggestion.
Yes.
So I think that having a 3-day weekend where you get the Monday off is far superior because you work a regular work week of 5 days and then you get a 3-day weekend and then you only have to work 4 days.
So the only problem with that is that having 4th of July on the Friday means you can actually drink on the 4th of July.
Right, but what if we celebrated the 4th of July every first Saturday?
But then they wouldn't give us the Monday off.
But no, you do get the Monday off. It's like when, of course I can't think of a single holiday right now, but it's like if
Labor Day, Memorial Day. But people still have those barbecues on the Monday. I hate it.
But you should get the Monday off of work, but then we all just celebrate on the Saturday. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a society where we're like, yes, let's take the Monday off because we're good people and we want each other to be happy?
What if we just never work Mondays ever again?
Exactly.
And then 4th of July is the first Friday in July.
4-day weekend.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved.
We will be running on this platform in November. Thank you.
Yeah, except I want to be vice president because I just want to do what Selena Meyer did and go meet people at ice cream shops. I don't want to be president.
Oh, I wasn't I was thinking like comptroller.
I don't need like constituents yelling at me.
Oh no, we're not. We're just gonna make all the laws. We'll just go in and fix everything. We won't be taking notes. That's right.
Oh no. I don't take feedback.
We're not gonna have a phone number so people can't call us.
Excellent.
There we go. But if you'd like to email us at Thank you so much for listening or watching. If you're watching, you can catch more audio episodes on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can catch video episodes on YouTube or Spotify, technically. Please subscribe. Please leave us a review. Rate us. Follow us at Everything's Dumb Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you have a dumb topic or something that you want us to rant about, we would love to hear about it. Please reach out to us at any of those platforms or email us at everythingsdumbpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, or share any crazy fireworks stories.
Yeah. Anything that you would like to share, we would like to read about and react to how dumb it is.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a listener mail person. Like, I want to get mail from listeners.
Yes.
When I listen to podcasts and they read out listener mail, I love it.
Yep. Well, so far we're batting 1,000 with how...
Oh my God, she really came through with that.
Yeah.
That custom cookie.
I will understand if it's intimidating to try to follow that up. But,
just do it anyway. You never know.
Just do it. Just give it a try. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We will see you Friday.
Yay.
Bye.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
Bye.
I mean, it's already passed by the time this...
Whatever.
Bye.